love this part. I love this part of all of this stuff. Oh my gosh, Poggies, hello. I guess we can turn this up a little bit. Just a little bit. Guys, it's a huge day. It's a huge day. I found, oh my gosh, what is happening? What is happening? That guy, that cannot move. I cannot have that move. That terrified me. That terrified me. This, just to let you all know, this background here, I got this on like a free moving wallpaper website. And so as a result, I could just kind of... It's huge. It's a huge day. It's huge because we have these moving videos. We have like a black border on my stuff. It is less scuffed than it's ever been, and yet it'll probably be the most scuffed stream we've ever had. And I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm sick of Spamton. Hello, Spamton. Hello, Mr. Wonkler. You were the first chatter in the chat today. Let's do a little bit of 90 minutes of Nintendo music for studying. Ooh. There we go. Oh man. My day has been very interesting. You can barely see it right now, but back there I have a whiteboard, and on that whiteboard I track this thing like my fitness goals basically. And so like today I started a brand new regimen of stuff, and because of that, all of that whiteboard got cleaned off yesterday, and as a result I only have one square filled in right now. It's crazy because literally 2 days ago all those squares were filled. I did this thing called the 75 hard. It was really interesting because basically what it was just 75 days of just backbreaking labor. You know, they put me in like a shed for 75 days. They told me, Connor, you can't leave this shed until you've dropped 40 pounds. And I said, please, I have important content to make. I have live streams to do. And they said, no, Connor, no, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to do a live stream. I hate you. And I said, but what about the fans? They were like, Connor, Condork, not a single Condork video in the last year. That's not true. There was a Condork video a couple months ago, but they, all the fans were screaming out, and I tried telling them this, and they said, Connor, no, you're not allowed. You have to be in a shed. You have to be in a shed. And so I was in this shed. It was this outhouse that had a crescent moon in the front, very much like Shrek's outhouse. It was very unfortunate, and the smell was just awful. And ultimately, you know, I ended up dropping the 40 pounds. I ended up getting big. For them. I ended up doing push-pull legs. It was crazy. All they gave me was a dumbbell set. They gave me a dumbbell set in there, and that was pretty much all I had to worry about. And so I worried about the dumbbell set, and then I just went about my day. And they locked me in that place. I was unemployed. Broke my chungus heart. But I'm here. I'm here now. They gave me my YouTube password back. I dropped the 40 pounds, and I said I gotta get, first thing I gotta do, I gotta get back into this. I gotta get back into the grind. So in case you were wondering where I've been and why this channel is just not active, that's why. We have an interesting stream today. I have a couple of things I want to talk about. I'm going to talk a little bit about AI flyers. You know, I work a lot in social media just in general, and so AI is just the hot button thing. Everybody's talking about it. And I kind of just want to talk about why all these AI flyers look the same, and why they look so bad too, because truly we're gonna take a look at some of these guys. They're rough. They're absolutely rough. After that, I want to talk a little bit about D&D. I want to talk about the new Arcane Unleashed stuff that's going on in September. Some of my general thoughts about it. I might not have any crazy ideas. It's mainly just I want to complain about Wizards of the Coast. And this is the free and fair public square of opinion that I can do that they allow me to do that. And so that is what I will do. You know, they gave me free speech for a dang reason, you know? Let's see. Ah, man. I hope your day's been well. I really do. Thank you for taking the time to settle on into the live experience, at least. One of my big goals for a lot of this stuff is I want to be able to repackage it for YouTube videos later. Just kind of double dip in the content. It does not make sense to do all of this like wacky shenanigans and stuff on here and not do the same on the actual channel. You know, that stuff gets more views. In general, people aren't really watching the streams. I just kind of like doing it because it forces me to kind of stream of conscious it a little bit, but it's nice. It's nice to be back. It is nice to be back. So hey, let's get into it, huh? Let's get into it. I'm not gonna spend time waiting. Hello, Drew. It's nice to see you. I'm not gonna spend time waiting for 12,000 people to get into it. I'm just gonna get into it because here's the thing. I have things to say. I have a lot of things to say about AI. It is one of the things that I really am very passionate about right now, and it's simply because, you know, I'm in the social media sphere. I'm doing that stuff regularly. I'm making stuff for different brands, different local businesses. And so constantly, people are asking me, they're talking to me, and they're like, Connor, what's your whole thing on the AI shtick? And if you're friends with me, you know that I'm probably going to be a little more sanitized on this stream than I would actually be face-to-face, because face-to-face I might have some stronger language. But that's not really what I want to talk about. I think there's so many different things that are going on in the realm of AI. So many different things. And so many good, so many bad, so many all that stuff. You're going to see it over and over in the news. You're already seeing it over and over in the news. Like, hands in chat, who read a story about AI today? And maybe you didn't read a story. Maybe you saw like a TikTok. Maybe you saw a reel. Like, that's a fact. Like, that's a fact of life now. AI is a fact of life because, first of all, it gets views. Second of all, it's full of controversy right now because it's such a new technology. Everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. And here's the deal. I had a conversation with somebody today at my job about AI because I am in the business of making content for these different brands. I reach out, I make some stuff for this person. They come back to me and they say, Connor, we got to repackage this. I don't like how it looks. And I'm like, okay, that's completely fine. Creative process, we work together. What about it don't you like? And then they're like, here, let me send you this and it'll explain it better. And what they send me is a 2-page Word document. And inside that Word document, it's full of just M dashes and general language and a lot of directing questions. And I get it, but in that moment, I was just filled with this primordial rage. It's interesting because I feel so many brands are trying so hard to be human, and yet they're offloading the most human part of their job to the robot. And it's fascinating to me what type of things people are getting to look at. So what I want to do, I want to spend some time and I want to look at some of this stuff, particularly AI flyers. That is, oh my gosh. If you are on Facebook, if you're on Instagram or anything like that, you are seeing these. You're seeing these right now. You might see them right here. I have blurred the QR codes. I have blurred contact information for all these images. But this is a real ad. in Venice Beach for surfing lessons. I've taken out the name of the company and the scanning of the QR code or anything like that. But I mean, you take a look at this and it has all of the telltale signs, right? Like, if we take a look, oh my gosh, please, are you going to be kind to me? Oh my gosh. Apparently not. It's all good. It has all the telltale signs of AI. First things first, you have, if you look here, look at all of these random buzzwords. It says lessons. It says lessons again. It says lessons the third time, different types of lessons. It has this calendar icon here. And if you don't know, every single one of these flyers that we look at, it's going to have this calendar flyer, this calendar icon. It's the exact same calendar icon every single time. And we'll get to why that is, but I just kind of want to take a look at this. This is crazy. It's got like it has this, yeah, if you zoom in, private lessons, semi-private lessons, group lessons, beginner to advanced local instructors. We look at these like descriptions, and the first thing that comes to my mind is like, okay, I get some of these, beginner to advanced group lessons available. All of these are saying effectively the same thing. Like, if you are a surfing instructing company, I would hope you'd be able to do all of these types of lessons, right? I'd hope you'd be able to do one-on-ones. I hope you have group lessons. Like, if you're a surfing lesson guy, I'd hope you'd be able to do all this. The second big thing here is if you look at all of these outlines, it's got these like etchings that kind of have these scratching things going on all of these borders. And again, that is another telltale sign of AI. AI sees posters and they think lay epic. The AI is looking at these like hip, cool, rad posters. They're thinking Coachella, they're thinking music festival, and they're putting it to everything. So like, you look at this surfing lesson and it has these like etched out little things that might work for here, but we're going to get to certain ones where it just doesn't work at all. And then the final thing, of course, we look at this guy and it's got ride more, stress less, live free. And icon, these borders here. The three phrases, 3 icons, 3 boxes thing, literally everywhere. And don't ask me why that is. It's literally just a thing. It is something that seems to happen every single time. I know the human brain really responds well to 3s. That's like one big thing. But overall, like, you're walking down the street and you're seeing this, and at this point, people are developing a sense for it, right? They're going, this looks exactly like AI is generating it. We'll get to how people respond to that in a minute, but I just want to point out a couple of these things. This is in the wild. This is a real photo. This is a thing that you actually see. Another thing that you might see is something about this farmer's market. You know, again, I have gone ahead and, you know, all of the contact information and where this is and everything like that. It's all blurred out. But yeah, you have this kids outreach downtown farmers market. You have this clip art here that looks vaguely like a children's storybook. You'll notice activity stage here. And on the surface, this looks like a really cool cartoon, right? Like, it has all of those findings. Here's a couple of interesting things. Phrase, icon. We're back. We're back to Venice Beach. It's the exact same thing. You have this scratchy little border here, and this one actually kind of matches the grass a little bit, so it does a little bit of heavy lifting there. But then you look around, and you notice just a little bit of weirdness here. Like, look at this farmhouse. Like, nothing here is centered or anything like that. It looks a little disjointed. It looks very, very strange. And then ultimately, covered stage area provided. Cool. Great space for workshops, crafts, and demos. Okay. This font right here, we're going to see this. We're going to see this literally everywhere. Was it on this one? No, this was like the professional font one. We're going to see this font a lot too. the softwares like ChatGPT, Claude, everything like that, they love these fonts. It's just very, very apparent. These are like the ones that chat is really going towards. So we have like a kitty one, so you got a more bubble type thing, bubble type fonts. Fun and educational activity for kids only. March 12th, November 19th. Okay, Thursdays at the market. This is the real big telltale sign. We're going to see this over and over and over. It's over and over and over, this same thing. It's wild. This one was really wild to me. Oh my gosh. Dude, Brain Boss, dude. Dude, holy W, Brain Boss. Can I get a Brain Boss in the chat? Who is Brain Boss? Who is he? Who is Brain Boss? Attention, future brain builders. Brain Boss needs your help. Hey, check it out. Check it out again. The scratchy little borders. We're at Coachella, baby. Brain Boss is at Coachella. Ages 5 to 9. Yeah, you have these same scratchy like paint borders. It keeps happening over and over again. $25 per child. Meet Brain Boss. I don't think I want to. I don't know if I want to be Brain Boss, dude. What is he holding in his hand? Focus Power, Brain Boss Power Card. That's right. I forgot about this. Listen, you might want to go to this event. Honestly, you might want to go to this event because if you do, every child gets their... I am blocking... My apologies. I'm blocking the big promo. Every child gets their first Brain Boss Power Card. Do you want a Brain Boss Power Card, guys? Dude, Teamwork Power, Brain Boss Power Card. Dude. He's got these Converse things going on. Why does the brain look like that, dude? I am like disturbed almost. Not almost disturbed. I'm very disturbed. Ages 5 through 9. Brain Boss needs your help. He's looking for a team of curious, creative, and kind problem solvers to join him on an exciting adventure. Notice the same bubble font we literally saw here. It's just a little more scratchy. It's the exact same font, though. Because, again, chat loves these fonts. They love these fonts. They're getting them all the same. Risk-free to try. If you love it, and we think you will, your Discovery Day fee is applied towards the full Brain Builders adventure. Come meet Brain Boss. This feels like a threat. Brain Boss feels like a threat at this point because every single great adventure begins with a single mission. That's true. One thing it doesn't do, I will say this. I will give this poster credit. It does not do... Hey. This one does not do the thing where it has the 3 phrases with the icons. And you know what? I will give it credit. I will give it credit where credit is due. It does not do that. Instead, it does 6. What happens in the event? You're going to meet Brain Boss. We don't know who Brain Boss is. I guess we'll find out. I guess we got to know who Brain Boss is. We're going to meet Brain Boss. We're going to open a secret letter. We're going to solve a mystery, play fun games. We're going to earn our first Brain Boss Power Card and then complete a Brain Builder Challenge. We got 6 icons, 6 phrases, 6 borders. New record, baby. This one might be the worst one of the batch that I found. Again, I'm not trying to dox anybody, so I removed the logo, but I'm sure if you want to find out who Brain Boss is, Brain Boss knows who Brain Boss knows. It's not gonna be hard to find Brain Boss. But this is just wild, man. And the other thing to note here, there is too much going on this poster. There are so many words and so many fonts and so many colors. If I'm me and I'm on Instagram and I'm scrolling, I'm looking at this and I'm immediately going, nope, scrolling. I'm not reading all that. And you know what? Maybe that's on me. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I don't have the attention span of a 5 to 9-year-old. And that might be on me. But I just there's too much going on here. I don't know where to look first. Maybe attention, but it's just not great, you know? It's Alfonso Ribeiro. Don't look at me like that, dude. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, Alfonso. I don't like you. It's not even fully Alfonso, too. Like, it's like the vague approximation of Alfonso Ribeiro. If you went to the back rooms and you met Alfonso Ribeiro, this is what Alfonso Ribeiro would look like. The only way that I really know that it's supposed to be Alfonso is they're making a joke because it's Lemon and Carlton Street. That's the joke. So they went into chat and they're like, put Alfonso Ribeiro in our poster. And this is what it came up with. So we're at the Buffalo Lemon Drop Fest. Here we go again. The scratchy little guys, the scratchy little paint. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Just not centered. It's all good. Here we go again. These were different bands. Here I did blank them out because, again, trying not to dox. But they did have bands in these areas. So we actually have a twofer here. We have that calendar icon again. We have the date, time, location, all looking exactly the same. And in that icon, phrase, exactly how it does. And then they repeat it a second time. Bounce houses, foam machines, dunk tank, face painting, and much more fun. Free admission. I can't read that. And that might honestly have been on the poster's fault. That probably wasn't on the generator's fault. I got this from a site online. So I'm not going to dock it on that. What I will dock it on for is Alfonso Ribeiro. Why is Carlton in this, dude? What did he do to you? What did he do to you, man? This is not good. This is not very good. Good people, good vibes. Great lemonade, though. Amen. I'm sure that it's great lemonade. It's just rough. And what's crazy about it, right? Let's remove Carlton from this poster, right? It has some interesting, color theory going on here. It really follows the yellow aesthetic. It's got some of the right ideas here. It's got trees in the background to signify nature, dandelions to follow the yellow. It's got some of the ideas. It's just also just really bad. It's just really bad. I haven't even talked about the fact that, we don't need all of this. You're already talking about it here. What are we doing? You're repeating information. It's just not great. It's just not great. And I don't mean to bash. I don't want to bash these small businesses because if you notice the trend here, right? We have surfing lessons. We have a farmer's market. We have presumably a kids camp or I'm not even going to try and figure out who Brain Boss is. And then we got literally a lemonade stand, event type thing, some type of farmer's market too. These are a bunch of small businesses. This isn't Coke doing this, or it's not Pepsi, or it's not anybody like that. And you know what? The reason probably, and you're not going to like this, is because they're doing it more advanced than this. There was an article that came out recently where Netflix talked about how they have used generative AI on hundreds of their IPs at this point in different, more subtle ways. That's crazy because when we think about generative AI, we think about stuff like this. We think about this weird approximation of Alfonso Ribeiro. We think about Brain Boss and this same font or anything like that. But these billion-dollar companies are using it every single day. and we don't notice. I think the last time that a major company used this generative AI, in my mind, when I remember it, that they got huge amounts of backlash for, was Secret Invasion, the Marvel project. If you remember, the credit sequence was using generative AI in it, and it received a huge amount of backlash. It was crazy. And it's also just a reality. Like, these billion-dollar companies, they want to be able to say that they're pushing the envelope. They want to be able to say that they are changing the game, that they're making costs go down, that they're making new things easier. They're making content more accessible to people. That's what they're trying to say by using all this stuff, but the people aren't responding. Like, that's what's interesting about all this. So we can laugh at these like really bad pieces of graphic design, but the reality is that richer and richer people are getting more and more advanced at this stuff every day, to the point where you probably don't even notice it. And I, being in social media for as long as I've been in it, probably don't notice it either, because it's that advanced. It's wild. It's wild to me. We can talk about a couple of these. We don't have to talk about all of them. I did want to bring up a couple more things with some of these examples, though. This is a YouTube thumbnail for a YouTuber that's talking about AI tools that you can use in your business. This is somebody actively promoting using AI to make your graphic design. And however you feel about that, however you feel about it, the ones he chose aren't great. I mean, they're better than the ones that we've seen, right? They're better than the ones that we've seen in the past. There's no brain boss here. But, I mean, even some of these, they still have that telltale sign. Like, this font on the Weekend Banger, it's the exact same font. There's a couple of hand issues here. Like, if you look at this hand that's raised, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers on this hand that's being raised. Like, there's a bunch of very noticeable stuff here. This one, I found this funny because they're using AI to make a help wanted ad for a graphic designer, which is hilarious to me. There's a bit of just insane irony to that. It's just wild to see, though. And then, of course, the SOAR hires. I'm going to assume that this is... Yeah, all of these are just... none of these are like actual addresses, I don't think. But you see the same thing here: private jet hire, luxury air travel, charter flights. The three phrases separated thing having the exact same thing, and it's promoting these free tools with the prompts included. There is an industry here. You will start to see, if you haven't already, posts online that are talking about, here are the 20 Claude prompts that you need to completely run your entire social media. It's fascinating, the turn that that's taking, because of this new software. Everybody's hopping on it. There are clear problems with these prompts, but people are still going to it. It's crazy. And then the last one that I really wanted to focus on, I mean, we'll quickly look at this. This one is it has those telltale signs. It's got the icon phrase thing going on here. It doesn't have the calendar icon, but it does have the phone one. That's whatever. The thing that was really interesting to me about this one, and it's just a little funny, this child is jumping so high compared to this one, because they want to do this thing where they're making eye contact, so generated both of them, and then they moved him so that it's raised in the air, and then so they could maintain that eye contact. So it's just it's just resulting in, if you remove this, I would assume that this child has a freaking Kawhi Leonard vertical for his size, at least for his size. It's wild. I also just realized that this is Celtic Steps. Her foot is touching the ground here. Like, her foot, they show the ground. Her foot is like barely lifted up. It's supposed to be right at the ground. They are mimicking the exact same move. So there are two options here, right? The first one is that he has jumped incredibly high and he's got Jordan's vertical, or he's got one leg that is incredibly long compared to the rest of his body. And I don't know which one is funnier, so I will let you be the judge. But finally, the one that I wanted to show, and kind of the reason I wanted to talk about this today, I was on Facebook, and I'm not going to talk about the company, obviously, but this is a cheer organization that is doing tryouts for this next year. It's a competitive cheer organization. It's kind of like Pop Warner. It's competitive cheer with a private organization. Very big in small town suburbia. So they're posting about this, and the graphic they used, I think I will let it speak for itself. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. It would be a real shame. It's my first stream back. It would be a real shame if you weren't okay right now. But it would also be completely justified. What is this? I mean, let's just break it down, right? Okay. Name of the company, cool, whatever. Come cheer with us. Our program was designed for those who want to be in competitive cheer but don't want. Okay, cool, dope. Check it out. Calendar icon, baby. It's the exact same one. They just put a star in it this time. Cost, same cost sign here. Check it out. Oh my gosh, do my eyes deceive me? It's the font. It's the font. They do the thing, by the way. They do 333, phrase, icon. It's the exact same thing every single time. They have these Coachella paint splotch here for the calendar. There's another calendar icon. This one is the exact same icon that every other one uses. For more info, email, okay, all of the email stuff. This would be rough on its own. This first half, it would be tricky, but you could kind of see where they're coming from, right? Like they have this star motif going on. It's dope. They got some of the cheer. Are these actual member photos? It doesn't look like it. Look at this girl. This poor girl has 3 legs, and this thumb is just looking rough. So these aren't actual pictures of their cheer. And you know what? Whatever. You might not have the permission from parents to use actual photos of your cheer program. That's fine. Put this through a couple of ringers, you know? This poor girl, you know? 3 legs, 1 arm. It's just kind of rough. But you can see what they're going for, right? There's that Coachella font again. You can see what they're going for. They have the stars because their stars cheer. You know, they have like this galaxy thing going on. They have gold here because they want to look prestigious and they want to look sparkly at the same time. You can see what they're going for here. What really drives me crazy is all of this. What is all of this doing here? Okay, let's break it down, right? This is just not centered. That's fine. But you have like the same thing, phrase, icon. That same Coachella font. all of these cheer things that they're going to teach you what to bring to practice in an ad, like a social media ad. I don't know if you want all of this on your thing. I can't really tell. Okay, fingers. Okay. This might be an actual photo. I'm not sure. But there's that calendar icon again. The scratchy paint. It's wild. It's just wild to me. And what breaks my heart, right, is they're probably actually a great cheer program. They're probably a phenomenal cheer program. There are people that are going to go to this cheer program and they are going to have their life change. They're going to meet their lifelong friends there. They're going to learn stuff about gymnastics. They might fall in love with gymnastics. They're going to have crazy things happen in their lives because of this program. It just does not come off that way because of how it looks. Because there are all of these very easy mistakes, all these very easy prompting issues, all these very easy repetition stuff. And it's not that most of this stuff you can get away with. The reason that the AI repeats a lot of the same stuff is because it works. Like the icon, phrase thing, that works so often. It's a great, effective way to communicate 3 quick points. Like you see this so often. And that's why they keep doing it with Alfonso Ribeiro and Brain Boss and the Farmer's Market. They're going to keep using these same things because it keeps working. There's a couple of other reasons for this. I don't think that people can estimate just how much graphic design there is on the internet. Every single day, new people are posting content. Every single day, people are posting carousels and reels and ads and promotions and flyers and every little thing. And what these AIs do, and this is just the reality of how they're built, is they take all of that and they make approximations as to what is going to communicate your message effectively. And so, the more things that come out there, the more we're going to progress to this average thing. AI will always regress to the mean. You'll notice this in emails. You'll notice this in your flyers. You'll notice this in all kinds of ways. AI is not built to do something exceptional. AI is built to get the job done. So if it can get the job done using Brain Boss, it's going to use Brain Boss. And look, here's the thing. If you are a small business, you are going to be incentivized to use AI to promote your company. Because frankly, so many businesses just don't have all of these expenses. Like all of this marketing expense. They can't hire a graphic designer. They don't know how to do that. If you're a small business owner, you're juggling so many things already. Now I got to handle marketing. I get that. I understand it. I'm going to say this with love in my heart. Doing stuff like this is worse than not having a marketing department. And I promise you that. This might be the controversial take. This might be like the thing that people get upset about, whatever. I truly believe this in my heart. This stuff, these AI-generated flyers, is worse than not having a marketing department. It's worse than not posting anything at all. Because so many people are getting more and more aware about what constitutes an AI image. What regular things are people saying over and over again? And so when they look at stuff like this, they're not looking at it with the intention of being like, this is very interesting. I want to go to this thing now. They're looking at it and seeing that it's made by an AI and they're scrolling. I've seen this over and over with friends of mine, with family, if they go online and they see an AI flyer, they're not following up. And when you're a small business owner, you need as much good grace as possible. You know, you're actively fighting against these big machines that are working and have the infinite budget. They have that infinite marketing department. And you don't, and I get that. And it's hard. I don't know how Brain Boss incentivizes people to go to your kids' camp. I don't. Like, I don't see a world where that can be justified. And it's the same thing here too, right? Like, this is super busy. So much is going on here. And it's being put together in such a way that it's just rough. And when I see this, I'm like, of course, again, I'm not the target demo here. I see this and I don't feel anything. Like, I don't feel excited about somebody that I care about going to this camp. It's the same thing here. Like, all of these. Like, this one is probably the least egregious one, and it's still kind of rough. You know, I don't know if I would actively go to this thing. And these are real extreme examples. Again, I want to stress that so many big companies are using this stuff regularly, and we just don't know about it. They're doing it so easily, and it is so unavoidable. But the thing about social media, the thing about building a social media following now, is that people are actively trying to avoid this, and they're trying to look for something real. They're trying to look for something honest. Gen Z is actively avoiding AI like the plague. A Gallup poll showed that Gen Z's opinion on AI has shifted towards the anger position by 10%. It was at 25 in 2025. It is at 30. It is at 35 now. That's not surprising. We keep looking, and AI is everywhere. We're seeing it every single day, and we crave human connection more than ever. We were craving it in 2020 when everything was shut down and we couldn't see people. And now we have less of a reason to. Why would you ever go and get a recipe from somebody when you can go onto chat and just get it for free? Why would you ever ask your friend about fishing spots if you could just go on Claude and get 3 highly recommended ones in your area? Why would you ever have a genuine email conversation with somebody when you can just have Copilot write it for you? I think we focus so heavily on this idea of making things easy because we have so much going on in our lives. All kinds of overstimulation, input happening day in and day out. And it can be really difficult to keep track of all of that. But if we keep settling for easy and cheap, we can never make something exceptional. You want to stand out, you have to be exceptional. And AI is just not going to do it. The public perception has turned, and it will continue to turn. So, I mean, I want to end this kind of just kind of saying this to you guys. Please don't use ChatGPT or generic AI to create your event artwork. I don't know who made this one. This is beautiful. This is a human mocking all of this, but I mean, it's got all the telltale signs. Don't do it. Don't do it. It looks bad. Looks rough. It's doing the same things. It's crazy. Help us spread the word. Man. That's my thought, man. we keep regressing to the mean, and it just ends up not working out for everybody. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Nice. Oh boy, man. It's nice to be back, you know. I want to do more of this stuff where I'm coming in with a bit more of a game plan. I don't know if anybody's like caught up on like the streamer U stuff. It just ended, but you know, that boy Ludwig, he made some great points about content and coming in prepared, coming in with a game plan, putting your goals down. And it was just dope to hear, and it really inspired me. And I know that I'm probably in this like decrepit group of people now that that are starting to stream because of Ludwig's classes, and I know that that's exactly what we all want to avoid. We all want less Ludwigs in the world. Not me, though. We all want less streamers in the world. We'll say that. I think it's an inherently selfish thing to do. I'll say this. I fear that when I do stuff like this, I don't have enough to say. Or what I'm saying, at least, isn't super meaningful. Like, I just went on this whole thing for like 40-something minutes about AI. And you know, you're hearing that every week. You're hearing that. If you're in my generation, you're hearing that all the time. Like, that's all you're hearing. You're not hearing anything else. So, I guess one of my big fears is that like I'm regressing down to the mean, right? Like, what am I doing? You know, I'm making these I'm making this stream, and then like what's going to become of that? You know, ideally, you know, maybe the videos get a couple of views. Thank you to everybody in the chat right now. If you're in the chat right now, give me a wave. I hope you guys are having a good night. I had a long conversation with somebody about what I was just talking about, and I don't know, it's just interesting. I think that so many people have different experiences with it. You know, it affects my day to day because like I do social media. Like that's my job. Like I'm a social media manager for different businesses. Hello, Reese. I'm a social media manager for these different businesses, so it affects my day to day every day. Hello, Drew. It's good to see you. And it affects my day to day so often. Like it's literally my everyday. So like I have these like compassionate feelings about it. And other people probably don't, quite frankly, you know, like do you think like a gym guy, like a personal trainer, he really cares about the state of AI art? Maybe a really based one does, but again, we have so much that we got to worry about. We got so many things that we got to worry about. A teacher is probably not going to worry as much about AI as somebody like me, right? Because the teacher's big problem is the education system, which is a very pressing issue, obviously. Like, they should be concerned about that. That affects their day-to-day life. You know, my day-to-day life, it's consumed by this stuff, so I'm very impassioned about it. I think it helps that my problems tend to be in the cultural zeitgeist a little bit more, just because everybody's on social media. But I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to talk about this though. I wanted to talk about D&D because I don't talk about it enough. That might be a little bit of a joke. That might be a little bit serious. I run 2 D&D campaigns right now, and it's fascinating because I run 2 D&D campaigns, and yet I don't feel like I talk about D&D as a system hardly ever. I talk about what's going on in my campaigns like all the time. Like that's one of the main points of conversation that I have. But what's happening in like the world of Wizards of the Coast and D&D as a whole, I don't really talk to with people because, I mean, what's there really to talk about? You know, you go to the game store, you pay for the $50 book, you come home. Or if you don't want to do that, you go into the wikis that just have that all that information for free. But something is coming up in a couple of months that I really wanted to talk about because I heard about it and it brought back all of my primordial rage about Wizards of the Coast. You know, every year Wizards of the Coast, they release new content, right? Earlier this year, they released a bunch of stuff about Ravenloft. A year ago, they released stuff about the Artificer class and things like that. They had this whole series about different heroes and stuff with extra world building stuff that you can use in that. And upcoming this year, this September actually, is something called Arcana Unleashed. And then, of course, Arcana Unleashed Deadfall, which is the mini adventure that is going to release alongside it. And what's interesting about this is that it's not interesting at all. That might be harsh. Truly, I'm going to just go through the stuff that this book is going to include. And it doesn't delve into specifics about like exact rulings or anything like that it's going to include, but it gives the general vibe of what's going to be in this. And we will start from least insane to most insane. So least insane, it's going to have some interesting things going on from a world building perspective. It's written by this guy. He's a human daughter of Mystra. Sorry, she's a human daughter of Mystra. It's kind of, my understanding is it's probably going to be written something like the Tasha book, where it's like you'll have these different notes that go alongside like the rules and stuff like that, and it's going to include some interesting world building there, which includes these like 9 factions and like these new like wizard conclaves and stuff. Or with existing conclaves, they're going to be talking more about that, and that's actually pretty interesting. You know, if you are somebody that's like involved in the Forgotten Realms a lot, this is probably going to be really, really interesting. All my stuff is homebrew. It's not really that wild to me, But all of my like lore heads, you're gonna be fiending. You have all of these new factions to work to work into your stuff. I have a friend. I am not sure if he's watching this right now, but he runs a D&D campaign in the Forgotten Realms, and you know, most of the stuff that he does is based around the video game. It would be insane if he suddenly added all these factions into his campaign. There's going to be absolutely no reason for him to, but it's just fascinating. If somebody were to be in this world, this would probably be super dope, right? This would be super cool. Horizon Weavers, like focusing on conjuration magic, a necromancy guild. We kind of have that already. We have the Red Wizards, but this is pretty cool. The enchantment focused Bejeweled Conclave. It seems to be conclaves based around the different schools of magic. And you'll notice that the book is centered around this. This is the Wizard's book. And I'm not saying Wizards of the Coast. Like, this is the Wizard book. Like, this is, if you are a Wizard main, this is your book. Magic items. 45 magic items. Oh my gosh. And a bunch of these are probably going to be respecs. 19 new magical creatures, like updated versions of archmages, new archmages, again based on the different schools of magic, which again with this 9 factions thing, fascinating to me. That might be cool. This CR17 guy named Venger, I don't know, Baldur's Gate fans is, I mean, we can look this up. Venger BG3. Okay, he's not in Baldur's Gate 3. 1980s cartoon villain Avenger. What is going on here? Villains wiki from a cartoon. The Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Ooh, I didn't know there was a Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Avenger D&D cartoon. Come on, man. This is in the new book. This guy.
Just had a dogfight with a flying dragon. Where am I? What's going on? Can anybody hear me?
I hear you. Surrender your ship to me, now.
Base, do you copy? Now I'm under attack by some guy in a dress riding a flying horse.
Peter Cullen?
I can't believe it. I'm pushing Mach 1.
Peter Cullen. Wait, Peter Cullen voice? No shot. Peter Cullen. Venger. What? Oh my gosh. Dude, freaking Optimus Prime is now canon in D&D. Death Scene. What did I miss? Day of the Dungeon Master. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't miss.
Now you shall trouble me no longer. Come.
Where you guys hear I've been? Presto! Duck!
Wait, is that Venger too?
Huh?
I know nothing about it. That might be Venger. He's got the evil robe.
Greetings, Kelly.
Okay.
Forgive my intrusion.
Of course.
That's absolutely Peter Cullen now that I'm here. That is absolutely Peter Cullen now that I'm hearing it. Of course. Is this what you get for your insolence? That is wild. That is a tangent I didn't think that I was going to be making. But hey, my guy Avenger is real. So people in their late 40s are probably popping off. Dude, first edition people are going crazy at the news that Avenger is back. Oh my gosh, dude. And I guess like the only canon voice you can do now is Optimus Prime. If you want to be lore accurate to the source material. Hello. I am Avenger. But anyway, sorry. Weird tangent. New spell rewrites. And we're gonna get to this. This is a little weird. And then of course, when the immortal Avenger tempts your party with the forbidden power buried in a dangerous crypt, Arcana Unleashed has a little mini adventure put into the actual rulebook, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. If you just started D&D and you wanted this new thing, and for whatever reason you only had wizards in your party when you're first starting out D&D, I guess, this could be a neat little thing. It's like a one-shot, like put into the book. That's cool. The thing that pisses me off is this, and it's not because the book has a problem. It's because Wizards does not care about the everyday consumer. Let's read this. Arcana Unleashed added 8 subclasses for spellcasters and marshals alike. Draw power from a dying god as a vestige patron warlock. Okay. Lace every blow with magic as a warrior of the mystic arts monk. Okay. Or weave spells into your slot as an arcane archer fighter. Why does that sound so familiar? Rounding out the roster are the Arcane Domain Cleric. Sounds familiar. And 4 wizard subclasses that specialize in particular schools of magic. Conjurer, Enchanter, Necromancer, and Transmuter. Fascinating. Hold on. Let me wizard 5e wikidot. I just want to check something real quick, if that's okay. Okay. Necromancy? Oh, interesting. The old version of Necromancy came out in the Player's Handbook. That's fascinating to hear. Okay, what else is here? Conjurer. Oh, also came out in the Player's Handbook in 2014. Fascinating. Okay. Enchanter. Well, golly gee, that also came out in the Player's Handbook. How wild is that, huh? And Transmuter. Okay. Well, would you look at that? Came out in the Player's Handbook too. It's almost like these should have come out in the Player's Handbook in 2024. I wonder why that didn't happen, though. I really wonder why. Truly.
We've got to have money.
This is Steve Cox, CEO of Hasbro. That's his real name. I am not making a joke. I would never make a joke about a man's last name. I have an insane last name. I would never make a joke about a man's last name. But Steve Cox is the CEO of Hasbro, and he cares very deeply about making money. Player's Handbook has 8 wizard subclasses. This is blatant favoritism. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they got way too many subclasses because of all the schools of magic. I want to make this point, and I want to make it very clear. My issue with Wizards of the Coast is not different favoritisms or anything like that. It's that they had all of this stuff that was already made, and when they did their big respec, they split it into a bunch of different books so that people would buy more of them. For example, last year they came out with the Artificer class for 2024, that respec. Now, the reason that Artificer didn't come out in 2014 in the player's handbook is because the class didn't exist until later in that development. So they released Artificer with another book. That makes complete sense. Hey, buddy, if you have the Artificer class, why isn't it in the player's handbook? If you have the subclasses already and you're just making these little respecs, why isn't it in the player's handbook? Like, you've already come up with the idea. If you made something brand new and you wanted to show it, if you made something, God forbid, original, and you wanted to show it, please. You still can't play a half species in 5.5e after over 2 years. That's what I'm saying. Like, it can't, like, the whole thing about 5.5 is that it came out and they were talking about, hey, 5.5, we're going to call it 5.5, or we're going to call it 1D&D, or we're going to call it 2024, whatever you want to call it. The reason we came out with it, you know, we love what our base game was, but we just figured that there needed to be some respecking, some retooling. When I talk to 2024 truthers, that is what they talk about. They're like, this is just an expansion pack or a respec of the original source material. And that's cool. Like, and I like some of the stuff that 2024 brings. I like its focus on backgrounds, less on species. I don't understand this idea of, we already have this material, we're going to split it up and we're going to release it like every year. You're going to pay $50 so that you can play the class that you were playing in 2014. Like, you want to be able to play you want to play your necromancy wizard in 2024? Awesome, dude. Hey, this is how you're going to do it. You're not going to be able to play it when we drop it in 2024. You're going to wait 2 years. Then when we release that book, you're going to pay $50 to be able to play that guy. I have a necromancy wizard in my party right now. He is in the chat. He has to use the 2014 rules, even though when it came out in 2014, it was in the player's handbook. It is insane. It is insane to me. You already have the material out. And I know there's literally only one reason why it would make sense. There's nothing about it that's like, well, this would be better for the player. You know, the book is just too big. Brother, one moment. My friend, it is a D&D book. Don't worry about Elijah Black. It is a D&D book. It is going to be big. Like, that is a fact of life. It is a fact of life that these books are freaking huge. That's why we spend so much money on it. You buy it once and then you just keep going, right? Yeah, crying emoji. It's rough, dude. You buy it once, you just keep going. It breaks my chungus heart, dude. It came out in 2014. Oh, we just want to make little respecs. Okay. So then why do I have to pay $50 for little respecs? If Nintendo was like, hey, you know Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We love Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, right? We're just going to make a couple little respecs. It's going to be the exact same game. Like, we're not going to add any extra modes or anything like that. It's going to be the exact same game. We're just going to change a little thing or two. We're going to add a couple of skins to Toon Link. We're going to give you a new ranked system. Our computers are going to improve a little bit more. We're going to add a couple of new items. We're going to change a couple of the numbers, the stats about how old items work. Hey. $50. And tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that to Smash Ultimate every year. Every year we're going to just add a couple of new things. Like, it was pitched to us as like this expansion, right? It was at least pitched to me as this expansion. Other people, they got the full cake and caboodle. They got one D&D. This is a brand new system of how things do. It's the exact same system. You just change a couple of things about character creation, and then you change a couple of rulings. Just a little bit of a balance update, just a little bit of a balance patch. $50. And imagine, if you will, that Smash Ultimate did that. And then when you bought the balance update, you opened the game and Link wasn't in it. Link, who has been in all of the Smash games before, you open up Smash Ultimate and Link is not in it. And you ask Nintendo, why Link is like a staple of your game now? Like, come on, why isn't Link in this game? And they came back to you and they said, hey man, I hear you. The game would just be too big if Link was in there. We're going to add him later. And then they do, guys, we're going to have the Link update. You can have Link, Toon Link, Ganondorf, Zelda, Sheik. All people, we know all those people have been in the game before already. All those people, brand new. The Zelda Temple from Smash Brawl, you can play in that. Like, all of the Zelda themed items, you can use those now. Hey, and all you gotta do is pay us $50. If Sakurai went on the Nintendo Direct and he said that, Nintendo fans would probably still buy it. Nintendo fans are kind of, they're little weasels. But in general, nobody's going to take that. They raised the price of a video game by $20. Mario Kart, normally $60. It went up to $80. And everybody lost their minds. Name one person in your life right now with a Switch 2. And it can't be me. I know mine is back there somewhere. Name one person in your life who has a Switch 2. Ask them their top 5 games on the Switch 2. They raised their price by $20 and it went sideways. Imagine if they went $50, $50, $50 every year. In order to make this game actually playable, you have to pay $50 extra. And if you decide to use the wiki, you're not a real fan. It's just not going to be compatible for you. And we're going to add this extra cool thing. You got to pay $20 extra to be able to use our D&D Beyond system. Sorry, our Nintendo Switch Online. I get that you do that. And then if you want to be able to do battle maps, completely fine too. You got to pay another $20 a month for Roll20. It is this gamification of Wizards, and it's been that way since 2014. I'm not going to act like it's not been that way since 2014. It is just mind-numbing, and it is the worst it's ever been ever since 5.5 came out. It's wild to me. It's just insane to me, man. Like, this stuff came out literally 12 years ago. We're doing little specs, little bounce patch. $50. And this book, Mystic Arts, Arcane Archer Fighter, Arcana Domain Cleric, and then the 4 Wizard subclasses. Those are all pre-existing IP that are just getting respecs, just getting reskins. $50, and that's the main core meat of this book. Like, you have, if you look at the lore stuff is pretty interesting, cool. If you're in a Forgotten Realms setting, these magic items might be pretty cool. Most of these are probably going to be respecs too, truly. These creature stat blocks, a lot of them are probably going to be respecs too. That's fine. These spells for sure are going to be respecs. I would not be surprised if Silvery Barbs gets a respec. They haven't talked about it yet. So if you want to buy this book, like, if you want to be like Wizard's Strongest Soldier, and you also want to play your Necromancy Wizard, you have to pay $50 for this book. Otherwise, just don't. Like it's just unacceptable to me. Like, how blatantly it's just, we don't really care about the player experience. We just care about getting as much money as possible from you. And I get it. D&D is an expensive hobby, or it can be an expensive hobby. Truly, You don't have to spend any money at all to play D&D. You can use an online dice roller. You can go on Wikidot. If you have a friend that knows how to play D&D already, they can teach it to you. You can print off a character sheet for free. But D&D can become an extremely expensive hobby. You can buy battle maps. You can buy set pieces. You can buy infinite amounts of dice, all with different materials and colors and everything like that. You can buy different figurines. You can buy all of this stuff. You can buy the paint that you need to paint those figurines and set pieces and everything like that. It can get super expensive, right? So I get it. They have this fan base that, like, they're whales for this stuff. If you're really into it, you will buy the book. They wouldn't do this if people wouldn't buy the book. You know, it's just a fact of life, you know? And so I get why they do it. It's just so frustrating because if I wanted to buy Dungeons and Dragons, you know, like if I'm introducing the game to like a friend for the first time and I'm like, hey, let's play Dungeons and Dragons. And they're like, cool. I want to play a necromancer, or I want to play an arcana cleric. That sounds cool. Like worshiping a god of magic. That sounds pretty dope. They don't have that out yet. They have it out in the old version, but not the new one. You know, because, and when they do, you know, if we want to like do right by Wizards, you know, they make all this cool content for us. We got to pay $50. It's just wild to me. It's just wild to me. And then of course you have the other thing that's coming out later this year, this September. You have the companion thriller module, Deadfall. It's about the Red Wizards of Thay. This I think it's cool that they're coming out with more high level stuff. I think they haven't done that a whole lot recently, except for, you know, I mean, the Vecna thing that came out just recently. They're doing a lot of Lich stuff. I get that they're using, I mean, this one it's kind of unavoidable. Like Lich is like you're doing the Arcana thing. You know, it's either this or Archmage. You know, and so I get it. 11 through 20. These generally are like pretty wonkily balanced, but you know, it's interesting. You get some new creatures, you get some new magic items that are based around the setting. It's harmless, you know. I don't normally buy module books anyway. Just again, all my stuff is homebrew, so like that's less insulting to me. Like if you want the extra adventure, sure, you know, you wrote this entire thing. I will spend money on the adventure if I want to use it. It's the core rules that are like upsetting to me. Like putting all of that behind this like infinite paywall that only continues to get more expensive. It makes the game just less approachable for like a new player. And I don't know. It's rough. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go get some water. All right, I'm back. Oh boy. Thanks for letting me go on that rant. My voice is starting to get scratchy, man. It's been a while since it's been a while since I've streamed. It's been a while since I've recorded like this. I'll tell you this. I have had this notebook for a while. And this notebook is interesting in the sense that it has never been written in. Does anybody else do the thing where they like buy a notebook and they swear they're gonna start journaling, and then they just never do, or they like get like 2 entries in and then they just never do anything with it? That is a regular occurrence. There's so many journals that I have that have like the first 10 pages are filled in and then everything else is just blank. There's got to be a metaphor there somewhere, for sure. But I mean, I've used it now as a prep book. You know, I want to ideate on my ideas for stream so that when I'm like going live and I'm like making content, it's not just this aimless thing. What I find is that when I was kind of I've kind of been in this lull of content where when I go live, it's just either to just play a singular game or to either play a singular game, or I just kind of have this stream of consciousness thing going on, and that is not really conducive to like an interesting thing going on. So I mean, I had a couple of ideas that I wrote down. I wanted to talk about the AI flyer thing, which I talked about for a pretty good amount of time, and then I wanted to talk about the D&D thing. The third thing that I have written here is getting diamond in Overwatch. So man, I guess we're gonna do that, huh? It's not popping up. There it is. Oh man. Man, they are not subtle, huh? Oh man. So here's the deal, gang. I suck at shooters. I think I could probably say that I have played 10 hours total of first-person shooter games. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, gang. I got a visit from my friends at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Just gave them some water. I am not a Mormon myself, but what I've learned generally is, you know, people that are very much in those systems, typically they're taught that people of the world, I guess, are just constantly rejecting them over and over. That's why they go on those mission trips. So, just taking some of the time and then giving them water and everything like that, it's just important. Sorry I wasn't there. Sorry I wasn't here. Back to Overwatch. What do I do with my life, man? What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I here's the deal. I could count on like 10, like I probably have about 10 hours of Overwatch, or not just Overwatch, of first-person shooter gaming, like lifetime, maybe a little bit more, because like I've played like with friends, but I know hardly anything about it. But I think you know, everybody's talking about all these games, and I think it's probably easy, honestly. It's probably no sweat. I mean, it's literally a video game. It's made for babies. I will tell you that I've played a little bit of Overwatch before. This is not going to be completely new. But yeah, we're just going to play, and I think the goal for me when I play is I'm going to try and hit Diamond. I do not know how long that will take. It will probably take actual years. But today I just wanted to kind of play a little bit and see if I am in any way at all good, or if I've completely lost everything. So we're gonna start in the practice range because I'm like, again, I don't hardly anything. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay. So many freaking Is Tracer the Mario? Like, does everybody play Tracer? I guess it's either Tracer or Cassidy, huh? Cassidy is before though, so I'll call it Cassidy.
Someone needs to fill this saddle. You gotta go.
Double kill.
Now, hold on. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Pardon me. You'll need more grit than that.
Double kill.
up now. It's high.
Double.
You tangled with the
Minor
wrong
perk
man.
unlocked.
Plenty more where that.
The vibe is gonna. Okay, I'm gonna guess that the vibe is headshot for this guy. Does it not matter how far away?
You really underestimating me?
Double kill.
Oh, okay. That's 210.
Dead on.
Okay, slightly farther.
I'm really feeling the
Double
heat.
kill.
Left alt. Select bird.
Quit making yourself an easy target. It's high noon.
Double.
Chew on that.
Double kill. Double kill.
Ooh, right where it hurts.
Double kill. Double kill.
See that?
Double kill. Double kill.
You're not the first to learn that lesson. It's high noon.
Double kill.
Right in my line of fire. The old razzle dazzle. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I wonder if I can.
Get along now.
Double kill. Triple kill.
It's a bone orchard out here.
Double kill.
You needed killing.
Double kill.
This is riveting gameplay, I know. Truly, I don't play. don't play FPSs, so this is literally me like figuring it out. Okay, see?
That's your sunset.
Side to side is gonna be hard. There's no like just speed or anything.
I'm really feeling the heat.
Double kill. Double kill.
Bullseye.
Double kill.
It's high noon.
Double kill.
Left yourself wide open.
Double kill.
Too slow.
Double kill. Double kill. Double kill.
This might be a ritual.
Double kill. Double kill. Double kill.
It's high noon.
Double kill.
Barrels are smoking.
Double kill.
I call that a silver bullet.
Double kill. Double kill. Double kill.
I didn't know I could do that. So is that like a close-up idea? Oh, okay. So it's 140 no matter what on the standard. But if I close up, it's 200 there. 250. Okay. Okay. So the move might be. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so Maybe you're not getting great headshots. Got it. That's a combo. So is the move then? Because what is this? Is it
Just a minute.
Can I get like? So is the move then going? Okay. Now let me try that again. Straight up. How far does this take me? 5 meters. Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Don't move.
Okay. There's a cooldown then, I guess. There's a cooldown.
Dead to rights.
Double kill. Double kill.
Okay, so how you would play this?
Double kill. Triple kill.
Anyone else?
Double kill. Double kill.
Don't move.
Double kill.
So maybe you actually would go try. That is specific attack. You gotta be real close.
Just a minute.
Double kill.
Call that a fair fight. It's high noon.
Double kill.
Left yourself wide open.
Double kill.
That's how you found the hammer.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Clean them up nice.
Double kill.
It's high noon.
Double kill. Triple kill.
It's a bone orchard out here.
Quadruple kill. Quintuple kill.
Not every fight's a fair one.
Double kill. Triple kill. Quadruple kill. Double kill. Triple kill.
Anyone else?
Quadruple kill. Quintuple kill.
It's high noon.
Double
Yourself
kill.
wide open.
Triple kill. Quadruple kill.
Plenty more where that goes.
Quintuple kill. Double kill. Triple kill.
It's a bone
Quadruple
orchard out
kill.
here.
Double kill. Triple kill.
It's high noon.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Clean them up nice.
Alright, let's test it out. Let's test it out, huh? Unranked. Just do some quick play. We'll see how this goes, huh? I wonder if there's anybody here that actually plays Overwatch. If that's you, man. Say hi in the chat. Guess I can play some music too. Oh no. They move. That's unfortunate. I'm having a great time, man.
Welcome to my side.
Someone needs to fill this saddle.
Well, man, I guess we're here, huh? Wow. Cafeteria on gray. Ooh.
Select a map.
I don't know any of these. I guess I'll do. I guess I'll just. Actually, you know what? Do rando. Okay.
Traveling to New Queen Street.
Uh-oh.
Someone needs to fill this saddle.
Guess I'll follow everybody's lead, huh? I have no idea how a game works. Who are all of you? Who are you?
Gary!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Hi! Let's go smash some heads! Gary!
Oh, okay.
Come on, man! Did you see that shot, everyone?
Objective unlocked.
Robot's ours! Look at that push bot go! Behind you! How are you? We have the lead! They're attacking me! Think you can take me? Let's find out! Nice shot, me!
Forward spawn activated.
Got something to kill here!
Yeah, I feel useless. I feel useless, dude. I'm not doing anything.
They still haven't seen my ace.
back! Freeze! Don't move!
Gosh.
Enemy's got the robot. Don't let him get away. You'll need more grit than that.
Okay, I got a couple kills that time.
Not exactly what I expected.
This is probably a bot lobby too. Man, I'm sucking this bot. What am I doing? Pink soul. Yeah, this is a bot lobby.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Sensei Kiki!
Let's take him to the
Minor perk unlocked.
It's time. Left yourself wide open. The enemy took control of the robot.
justice reigns.
You know you just hang there when you do
Come on,
that?
robot. Let's go. Come on, everyone. Let's push.
Approaching the final destination.
Approach. Look at that push bot go.
Trigger fingers.
Deine Pflicht ist nicht getan.
Approaching the final destination.
Eyes sharp this time.
Juno has landed. There are enemies coming. They took the robot.
Death ain't on my doorstep yet.
We are outnumbered.
Helden sterben nicht.
It's time.
Selling him, selling him.
Where was I?
Got the robot.
Forward spawn activated.
They got the robot. Blasted.
Come on, Cole. Try a little harder.
I completely warmed up.
30 seconds
We got the
remaining.
robot.
Okay, other direction.
Freeze! Don't move.
Overtime.
Death ain't on my doorstep
Stop them
yet.
and we will succeed!
They're moving the barricade! Stop it!
Come get some of this!
Overtime.
Come get some of this!
Take him down, and it's over!
They still haven't seen my ace.
Let the kitsune guide you!
Helden
Got
sterben
us
nicht.
outnumbered. Can't let them push ahead.
Enemy forward spawn room activated.
Man, it's freaking overwhelming.
Maybe a different angle.
We just need to stop them! Freeze! Don't move! I'm on fire! Well, you know what I mean. Almost there!
Victory.
Okay, I guess we won. How? Okay. I'll take it.
Play of the game.
Time for the reckoning! You got too close, didn't ya?
MVP.
Excellent.
Oh man, it's been 2 hours. So here's the deal, man. I'm just kind of chilling. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a. This is gonna be pretty difficult. Probably a bit of a long-term investment, but hey, if you're into long-term investments, there you go. All right. It's almost 8 where I'm at. Just trying to chill. Expect a couple of videos from the segments tonight. I gotta prep for tomorrow, but I will be streaming tomorrow, same time, 5:30. We'll talk about some other stuff.